Hi, my name is Kate Garapi. I am an adult services program coordinator here at VIA Centers for Neurodiversity in Charlottesville, Virginia. I have been an employee coordinator at VIA in Charlottesville for about 2.5 years. I have been in this field, in the disability field, for almost 30 years, and I've been in the employment vocational rehab sector for a little over 9 years. In 2019, I became certified in ACRE, which is the certification for customized employment. So customized employment is where an individual, a client of yours that you are supporting, has a unique skill or talent, and they are hoping to utilize that skill in a small business in their community. So when I took the customized employment course, it was kind of information that I had been using already, but with customized employment, you take a deep dive more into the person for who they are and what they want to do. Rather, when you have a regular VR client, they have kind of skills, and you're looking and supporting them in finding a job that's integrated and in a competitive work environment. So with customized employment, there are 5 stages, which in the VR world, there's only 4. So with customized employment, the differences are that you're actually doing a home visit, which means that you are getting to know them in their home environment. You're talking to their caregivers, their loved ones, friends, neighbors, important people in their community, and you're finding out a little bit more about the person rather than just kind of looking at the surface details of the person. And then once you start learning more about the person, then you start taking them on discoveries. So discovery is somewhat similar to an assessment that you do in the community, but with the discoveries, they're not based on a work task or a work skill. It's more about what they like to do and why they like to do something. And it's a lot of getting to know the person and getting to know who they are and why they do certain things, in hopes to find out different skills that they can do that can match well with an employer. And we do that. We do different discoveries, and it's a really great way to get to know that person and for them to get to know you as well. I find that with doing situational assessments with a regular VR client, we are taking them to businesses that we have relationships with and that we know that they could do a task, or we are doing an assessment as a stalker or as a front desk associate at a hotel or laundry, where with discoveries, looking at how they're thinking and what they like to do and who they are. And it's about relationships that they have in the community rather than relationships that you have in the community to do assessments. So then once you've done all of these different discoveries, then you come back as a team. You come back and meet with the individual that you're supporting. You meet with their loved ones and their counselors, and you're meeting with anybody else who's important to them, and you're discussing different vocational themes that you've discovered or they've discovered with you about what they want to do. And then with those vocational themes, you're looking at different businesses that are in your community. So a lot of times when I'm job coaching a regular VR client, I'm thinking about where I've seen a now hiring sign. What manager do I know that I have a great relationship with? What store is in that neighborhood or in that shopping center? But with the vocational themes, You're not doing it that way. You're taking the vocational theme and you're looking up every business in your community that falls into that vocational theme. And then you're going from there, and looking at who do you feel is going to be most accommodating and um, uh, be able to create a customized job. Then with the client or with the individual, you're going into these businesses and you're talking to the business, you're talking to the owner about hiring somebody and about what they can bring to the business. What does the business need? And maybe that client can fill that need for that business. So with learning all these things, it's really helped me be a better employment specialist for my VR clients, but also my customized employment clients. I feel like I have created a stronger relationship with all of the clients that I support. And I feel like um, I'm not like focused on the end goal of getting them a job and how fast can they learn that job. I'm there for the long haul. So with customized employment, with that training and with everything I've known and learned in the last couple years, it has really helped me be a better employment specialist for all of my clients, including my VR clients, and then also any client that I'm referred for customized employment service. But what's really helpful is being able to connect with other employment specialists across the state, but also, mentors and other professionals in this field in order to um, work through the customized employment process and be able to support our clients and our individuals in the best way possible. So I guess like my favorite parts about the customized employment service is definitely the discoveries. Um, as an employment specialist, we go to a lot of assessments, and a lot of the assessments are very similar. They're all structured around the same skills. So stocking shelves, bagging groceries, folding laundry, um, collecting shopping carts, working in the hospital, folding clothes, working a cash register, kind of very, very similar things. But with the discoveries, I've gone to the library with a client. I've gone to a craft store with a client. I've been at craft fairs and farmers markets with a client. I went to a dog kennel, like a rescue place, where they rescue dogs. I've gone to a horse barn. I've done lots of different stuff, a cabinet maker. I've done lots of different stuff to learn more about the client. And it's really, really helped me be kind of just a more well-rounded, more skilled employment specialist here in my community.